Hi guys, now hello again. So we a little bit out of lockdown, 3 hours every day. We can run, walk the dogs and cycle. And I like me, suddenly I'm walking for an hour and a half every day and my Peroneus and foot muscle a little bit sore. My son, my daughter have been running, calf muscles and so on. So we're going to do trigger point class today. We're going to do feet, the lower leg. We're going to do the TFL and the Piroformis. Okay, right, so we're going to start with the feet. So quite a few of you, I remember my class, have plantar fascia problems. So remember, it attaches there underneath before the heel there, and it integrates into there. Okay, so we're going to target that. So you can sit down doing it, or you can stand up doing it. Of course, when you stand, you can do more force. Okay, I would say you can do it for 30 seconds. You can do it daily. You can do it 3 times a week, and it will help. Now, when you do therapy underneath your feet like this is not what is the anyway, it's just a massage. Every muscle in your body is attached from the toe to the top of your heel. It will actually affect the whole body. So I'm going to massage out. Okay, so that was 30 seconds. And now I'm going to go underneath my big toe and I'm going to roll it in. Underneath my big toe and roll it right in. So this will also help if you have a lot of stress, bad shoes or whatever, your arch starts to flatten and that causes a lot of problems. So with all these massages you can feel it sort of wraps around your foot, around the ball, and it helps to lift the arch. So it's really, really brilliant for your feet. You should play with your feet. So now I'm going to go on the outside. So outside, outside. You guys have run. If you walk to work, whatever, walk the dogs. Okay, so we're going to do, say, 10 more. I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to go here. So when you wear heels, you often have a little callus there from the pressure. So I'm going to go right in underneath the bones there. Oh, it's quite anal. Ah. But you can see how my toes and the whole foot wraps around. Alright, so if you want to make it a little harder now, if you sit down especially, you can pull the toes back and say, pretend there's my little chair, you can pull it back and then expose those little bony bits a little more. So it looks like that. I curl it back, quite hectic. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Okay, so let's do the other side. On the where you have your plantar fascia attaches in the middle towards the heel. Okay, so you do that for about 30 seconds. All of them. You can do it shorter, a shorter time. That's also fine. All right, I'm going to go underneath a big toe. I'm going to roll it right in. Catch the arch very nicely. And then I'm going to go on the outside. Also 30 seconds or so. And then I'm going to go smack bang in the middle. And you can do a few like that. And then you can pull the toes back with both hands or with one hand, depends how you can manage. That's quite anal. You pull the toes back. Very, very brilliant. All right, so now when I when I run a lot or walk a lot like me, and you have your Peroneus here, so I've got, again, so remember in the gym we can use blocks. So again, I have my 2 books. I will just cover it so this is not too slippy. Right, you can either use your before play ball. The Americans call it the lacrosse ball. It doesn't matter what size. It can be a dog ball. It can be a good tennis ball, whatever. Okay, so since I have this one, I will start here. So I'm going to go just below my ankle bone like this. And I'm going to turn my toe down like this so I catch that top of the foot area. So I'm going to go and I'm going to do cross friction. Cross friction. 4, 3. It's not so. It's ha. 2 and 1. And I'm going to do a little scrubbing, a little circle for 4, 3, 2 and 1 and 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, now when I go up the muscle over here, this little attachment here affects the ankle over here. So you could divide it into segments. So your first segment will be just above the ankle. So watch if you, this bony area, this might be a bit hard for you. So then use a tennis ball or a softer spiky ball that doesn't slip. So again, I'm going to turn the toe down so I can do cross friction and catch the front, the Peroneus, what is it called? 4 to go, 3, 2. You can also put pressure onto it. You can press it down. 2 and 1. I wonder if it's not better without the towel. Let me try. And then the same spot, and I'm going to do a little scrubbing. It will depend on your book. This works nicely. And I'm going to scrub the other way for 4, 3, 2. You don't need a book. Maybe it's easy for you to just do it on the floor like that. It's up to you. So now I'm going to go smack bang in the middle. You can do more segments at home. I was so inflamed from all my sudden walking now. I did this last night. Let me tell you, I'm 100% today. So that's why I'm inspired to do this today, the trigger point. So, let me take one look away. There you go. So smack bang in the middle of the calf, but turn the foot down so you catch the front of that muscle. Okay, so I'm going to go for 4. Yeah, this works much better. It depends on yourself. Sometimes you're very tight in the knee or tight in the hip or whatever. 3 to go, 2 to go. Oh, you can feel it. And then you're going to do a little circulation movements, a little scrubbing. 3 to go, 2 to go, and change direction. 4, 3 to go, 2 to go, and well done. You want to catch it here, right? There's a little bump over here. You can feel it there, and that's quite an important one. The Peroneus. There you go. And so I'm going to go cross friction. You can help the foot along like this. Otherwise, you can press. Ha! Hallelujah! So you can press down here for your cross friction, and you can feel it. I can actually feel it popping out here at the bottom. It's just like, hey now. 3 to go, 2 to go, and then I'm going to do a little scrubbing, little circular motion. 3, 2, and 1, and then change direction. 4. Now at home, you can repeat this. You can repeat it straight away. Do it later. For a couple of times. Maybe the first day repeat it 2 or 3 times. Otherwise, then go on every day or skip a day, whatever. But mine worked the first night brilliantly. Okay, so then the next one, I'm going to ask my son to come and show the next one. Come lie on your side. We're going to clamp the calf like this. So you put the outside of your calf on the ball and you clamp it down like that. Right. You can see on your side, All right, so I can either do it for him and make him cry. Okay, so clamp it down like that, and I'm going to just do a cross friction. Turn your knee out. You've got to turn your knee out. So I'm going to clamp the muscle down. Okay? Okay. That's so cool. Is it sore? No. So I'm going to do scrubbing in the other way. Scrub, 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 scrub. And then I'm going to do cross friction. Alright, he says it's not sore, but let's do this one. So you have lift your leg up, you have your Achilles tendon, then you have your soleus underneath here, attaches to the back of the knee, then you have your gastrocnemius here, the little fat okie, and it opens like this, and then lift up so they can see the leg. There's a little gap over there, and that is where the problems are. And so you put it right there where the ball is, between in the middle. Okay, sit up. Okay, cross over. You can just hold it there. You can do straight leg. So that you can stay like that for 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. How does that feel? So you can point and flex, point and flex, and point and flex. You can just hold it there. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, so you at home, go straight to the other side, and then we will do I'll do the cross friction one, or do you want to do it? Okay, stay there, weight it down with the other leg. So right smack bang in the middle there, your gastrocnemius opens like that, and then the soleus is underneath there. Flexing point. You can sit if you've got all your weight down. So another point now, we'll just go straight there, then we'll start on the other, is where the soleus attaches here, that is also quite problematic. So go right up there, and we'll move the book up there. Right. Just take that leg. So, there you go. So it's right up there where the soleus attaches the back of the knee. Quite problematic. You feel it? Okay, we'll just hold it for 5 more seconds. Okay, change sides. Legs. You don't have to point and flex. You can also just hold it there. And weight it down. Either like that or a straight leg. And alright, so when we get to the hips, I'll ask you to come and lie down, okay? Okay, so cool, thank you. We're gonna do the other side. So I'm gonna start below the ankle. So remember, it doesn't matter if you don't want to use a book or an elevation. It's up to you. I'm going to turn my foot down so I can catch the top of the foot like that. I'm going to go cross friction. Oh, this is now 3 to go, 2 to go, 1, and then I'm going to scrub. 4, 3 to go, 2, and then I'm going to change direction. 4, 3 to go. 2. All right, well done. And then you're going to just go above. So we want to go right up here. And cross friction. So I'm going to turn the foot down so I catch this whole muscle here, but doing that little pointer there. You can put more segments in, remember. We're just going to put 3 segments in, and then I'm going to do scrubbing, 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 scrubbing. And I'm going to change direction for my scrubbing. 3 to go, 2 to go. All right, so I'm going to do just a middle segment. And again, I'm going to turn my foot down. I'm going to do, so you can also put weight down. The more weight you can put down is compressing the muscle. It is, so the more pressure, the better. 3 to go, 2 to go, and then I'm going to scrub, scrub, scrub. 4, 3 to go, 2, and I'm going to change direction. 4, 3, 2, and well done. And then I'm going to compress the calf down like this. Okay, and then you can go cross friction. Doesn't matter which one you do first. It doesn't matter. Cross friction, cross friction, cross friction. And then I'm going to scrub, 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 scrub. And scrub, scrub, scrub the other way. You can also put points and flexion into all of these. 2 and 1. And then I'm going to go right on that little bump over here. And so here I want to get more weight because this is the problem child. Okay, I'm going to go cross friction. So put the elbow down for weight. Nice. Okay, 4, 3 to go, 2 to go, and well done. And then I'm going to scrub. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 4, 3, 2, and well done. You should feel fantastic. This is this feel. All right. So also while we're here, sometimes your knees are very tight. There's a popliteus. It's the only muscle that doesn't. It's a small little muscle. It's all the large muscle groups cover a joint, but the popliteus starts here and it attaches to the lower leg like this. So this is, you don't have to lie down. It's just easy for me to grab. A small little ball is good. Tennis ball also, but I'm going to press in like this and I'm going to clamp it down like this. So be careful, your knees might be a bit wobbly tomorrow, but this is brilliant for the stiff tie. It releases the whole knee. It's really, really brilliant. All right, you can do a little twisting. Twist, 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 twist. 3 to go, 2 to go, and well done. Popliteus on the other side. I'm going to press it right in and I'm going to clamp it down. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Of course you can, I brought a pillow, there it is, but I'm not using it. So relax the head, put the book under or pillow, and you can do a little wiggle, 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 wiggle. 2, and well done. All right, so now with running and with all our exercise, we have hip flexion problems. So where your hip bone starts, your sartorius attaches underneath. So I'm going to just bend my knee. You can put a book or a pillow underneath like this. So it's a slight bend. And I'm going to just find it. Even so that actually it doesn't matter. I'll just lean back like that. So you're going to find it with your thumb or 2 little fingers like this, and you're going to have to dig deep to cross friction that hip flexor. Okay, so let me just, when I kneel, I'm going to show you. So this is your big hip bone. It attaches right in here. So you've got to, but the reason why I'm bending my knees is I want it a little bit relaxed. I can really get in there. So I'm going to lean slightly back like this, and you should say, oh, Ah, you got it, you got it, you got it. You can, I would say, just rest your head. Okay. Right. Let's do the other side. It works. You must just find the place. If this is too big to get in there, then the thumb will do those little bouncy balls. Brilliant. So whatever works. I mean, like from a dog ball to whatever. So I'm going to bend the knee slightly. You can put a pillow underneath you and rest back on the bed. And then I think a thumb or two fingers work very nicely. Go as close to the groin, but underneath this tendon over here. So go right in. Shh. I can actually lean back a little bit more. Ah, there, I got it. Okay, so cross friction, cross friction, cross friction. Right, and now we're going to do our hip flexion stretch out. So Adrian, come and do a normal hip flexor stretch with your feet this way, because we're going to increase the stretch. So go on your knees here. So it's a normal hip flexor stretch. So your feet are this way, you face that way. Okay, cool. So one knee on top, one knee's up like that. Yeah, there you go. But you're stretching. Turn around the camera, I can see the other leg. No, the other leg. Put this one back. Okay, lift that knee. Cool. So stand up nicely. There you go. So you don't want to overstretch a hip flexor. It is hectically dangerous. You can actually do more harm than good. So can you feel the hip flexor stretch? You can do a slight tuck under. I don't want to teach tuck unders. I don't believe in it. It's just so that he doesn't arch the back. Okay, not a big one, but here comes the increase. I'm going to fetch the pillow just to make it more comfortable. Stay there, stay there, stay there. And I'm going to lift this foot up, and I'm going to increase you severely. How does that feel? You can start and then lean back. How's that? Okay, you can just stay there, and I'm going to just bring the wall closer to you. So you can do this one against the wall. You can pull it up if you're wearing pants, or like that. How's that? So there is your delicious hip flexor couch stretch. So you can do it at home. Put this foot against the wall, or just maneuver closer and closer and closer. I'm going to take the pillow away. I just want to show them another way. So you can stand up for me, just like that. Just stand up. Just stand up. Up. So you can just lift this foot up. So you can, from a standing position, there, you can go like that and tuck the tailbone under. Do the other side while we're here. Is it uncomfortable? Okay, they know the pillow story, so I will just, so cool. So this slightly push the hip forward. We don't want to do butt gripping and tucking under the long spine. And so the closer this heel, in the class we start off at the wall. It's hectic. All right. Cool. That's brilliant. Okay, now thank you. Stay here. I'm going to just let you do the TFL. TFL sits right here. It's the little pocket over here, right there. Okay, TFL. It runs becomes the ITB like this, and you're going to lie on your side. I don't know if you want to try. Put the ball down and then lie like that and land on it. I'm going to try and show them. So it's exactly there, lie flat. How's that? Okay, but you must stack your hips. So it's exactly here, like a little pocket there where my fist is. Take the hand away and I'll show them. There you go. How's that? If this is very hard, you can stand against the wall and push your hip into the wall like that. How's that? So wiggle, jive a little bit like this. So the TFL is quite hectic, as you know, because it runs into the ITB. ITB gets blamed for most things, but the TFL is very, very tight. So you can also shift a little bit up and down, up and down, up and down, and then jive this way. So like a little, look here, like wiggle the bum, jive, jive, jive. No, jive, jive, yes. Okay, that was the show for the day. He's never done this before. All right, how does that feel? It's hard, eh? Okay, do the other side. It's very, very anal. Okay, cool. So, TFL, sits right on top of your line, put your weight on it. So remember, also, that little ball's quite hectic. So remember here, on the pocket, yeah, it sits exactly here. Oh, it doesn't matter how you wiggle. You can do a little jive or go up and down, you can do them all. It becomes very tight because the TFL is your squats. We use that daily, every day, in all our ordinary training and whatever. Okay, cool. That's terrific. Thank you very much. Right, I'm gonna call him back. We're gonna go on to, we're not covering the general glutes, but we're going to go on to the piriformis. Now the piriformis attaches underneath your sacrum. That's your sacrum over here, and it attaches underneath here, and it runs to the outside of this hip joint. So from the sacrum, it attaches here, and it slides down. And that is, you all have had piriformis problem. You think, oh, my glute muscles so tight. It's the piriformis. It's lying very, very, very deep. So I'm going to cross over. Now this one you maybe want to have a bit of support here. So I'm going to cross over in my sciatica stretch. What was going to say? Underneath the piriformis is the sciatica nerve. It's the size of your thumb. You can pick up a whole cadaver from the nerve, the sciatica nerve. But now, because the piriformis becomes very tight, then it impinges the sciatica nerve, and then the problem, your pains down the legs and so on. It's not an old person thing. Okay, so I'm going to roll away, and I'm going to rest on, you see it's quite high up. I'm going to rest on the piriformis. There I go. Quite hectic. So the more you bring that other leg up, so I'm going to roll in, put it right in there. And I'm going to pull up here. Whoopsie. Pull up just like that. But push your tailbone down. I got it. Hallelujah. We don't lift the butt off. Okay, you always push your tailbone down. You always aim for a neutral spine. This is brilliant stuff. So I'm going to put my foot down, and I'm going to do a little jive. Oh, little jive. I've got the right spot. So remember your sacrum, and it runs from the sacrum down to the outside of your hip. Hallelujah, but it is delicious. Okay, must I turn for this one? Hooks fly. Okay, so I'm going to cross over, and here I go. I'm going to lift up. There you go. Push your tailbone down, and I'm going to do a little jive. Find it. So you might start off a little low, but it grunts into the sacrum. So go close to the bone, not on the bone. You'll know it when you've got it. And you'll all, like my right side, your one side is more hectic than the other, so you can do a little jive. Hallelujah! Just when I thought this one is the better one, you can do a little scrubbing, and so on. Now, actually we can just carry on with our sciatica stretch. There, pull through, there you go. We do this one in my class against the wall. which is more brilliant. But here the trick is you don't lift the bum, you don't plant the lower back, you stay in neutral spine, neutral spine. That foot can be against the wall, and that will give you more of a glute stretch and a piriformis stretch like that. And then I'm going to change sides. Okay, cool, bring it in. So push your tailbone down again. You go for neutral spine. So you lift the lower back off, so half a hand can slip in underneath the lower back. I don't do planting of the lower back in my classes, only as a spine mobilizer, but we don't do anything with a lift, with a planted lower back. We do everything in most things in neutral spine. So you can, as I said, put that foot against the wall, and it will just give you but you have to push that coccyx down into the floor like this. We will in our next class pick up on the hips again, but I want to just show you, I know that there are people in my classes that are very fit, but their hips are tight. And so remember, I always say that your shoulders and your hips don't fall out of the joints, it falls up. So tight shoulders, and tight, and then you get locked. And the same with the knees. So the knees goes up, becomes very tight, wear and tear starts. All right, so now I'm going to show you, before I call Adrian, you can, if you have something like an ankle weight, otherwise wear your hiking boots or your UGG boots and put some water bottles in it. So I'm standing on an elevated area so that my hip joint is just hanging free. So you want to let the leg hang out of the hip as much as you can. So if you can weight it down somehow, that'll be great. If you don't, this is also brilliant. I do the same with my locked shoulders. There's a fantastic chiropractic doctor, Dr. Bergman. He's on YouTube. He is just absolutely brilliant, and he does the same with the shoulders. You hold a weight and you do the same. It's not an exercise. You just let the shoulder come out of the T comes out of the curvature. It's not really a joint, but the hip is a joint, so it just hangs loose. And I'll just, for your sake, do the other side. Brilliant stuff. And then we're going to do one more little okie. Guys, this is, I love the therapy classes, because we can't just train and not maintain. So it doesn't matter what you do, you have to service the car. So there you go. And remember, if you want to do the arm also with weights, it'll just dangle. You have tight shoulders. I've been through the shoulders, I know what it's like. All right, so now Adrian is come and lie down on his back, and I'm going to show you how to release the legs. So you can do this better if you do it on your bed. Go a little bit more back. Okay, I'll go a little bit this way. So straighten the legs, and I'm not going to lift the leg. I'm going to pull the leg. No, don't lift. I'm going to keep ideally the leg wants to be low like this. So my shoulders will be round, but it's fine because I'm pulling on my shoulders. I'm not pulling on my lower back. So I first want to check that I'm safe. And so I'm pulling the femoral head really out of the acetabulum, and then I'm going to turn the foot out and I'm going to pull. So nice and low, and you can just do a little wiggle like that. So we want to unstuck the femoral head out of the acetabulum, turn it in and pull again. Yeah, like that. So even if you can go a little lower than me, it's just not so comfortable. You should be on a table or the bed or a therapy table. All right, cool. So I think most of you have a flatmate or a daughter or a son or somebody or a husband. So there you go, straight, lower than this. Okay, so try and have it nice and low. And I'm going to You can turn it inwardly, up and wiggle, 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 and out. And so, and sit up for me, and then you just do that stretch where you put your elbow. Yeah, cool. That's also straighten this leg out, and then you look all the way back, and that is, and you press this knee apart. This is also a fantastic sciatica stretch. This, and look at his nice spine, nice neutral spine. We're almost done, and do the other side. So our next class we will pick up from the hips, and we're going to do some hip stretches, more hip, and then glutes, and then we're going to do your SI joints and your upper back and neck. Oh, that's the best. All right, guys, and shoulders. Bless you. Have a super evening. Thanks so much for watching and using these videos.